makes you think that you can stop them?
Because we've done it before. Because we're the Gotham Knights.
Alright, what is going on, guys? It's Tazz here, and welcome back to the channel. With Season 1, Episode 13, titled Night of the Owls, the Knights' adventures have sadly come to an abrupt end as another casualty of network cancellations. The CW's Gotham Knights is proof that you should never judge a comic book by its cover. What on the surface appeared to be just another Batman series without Batman turned into a compelling character-driven mystery that made me want to venture back into Gotham City week to week in order to discover the truth. The series introduced us to an adopted son of Bruce Wayne with Turner Hayes hell-bent on finding justice for his father's murder, Harper and Cullen Rowe, two siblings who were forced into a life of crime by Gotham City itself, Duella Dent, who once believed she was the Joker's daughter and made it her mission to emulate the Clown Prince of Crime, Carrie Kelly, the current Robin, and one of the few people in Gotham who really knew who Batman was under the cowl, Stephanie Brown, pushing through a tough home life in order to become the hero she always knew she could be thanks to her wit, Brody March, someone who at first seemed like your typical annoying side character, redeemed himself and joined the team infused with Electrum. And finally, Harvey Dent, Bruce's best friend, the DA of Gotham City, and the man who took it upon himself to see this investigation through to the end, and find out who really killed Batman and take down the Court of Owls. Gotham Knights certainly has grown a lot throughout the course of its short 13-episode run, but you could really feel the passion put into each and every entry. From the incredible character development played by a stellar cast, to some very unique camera work, lighting, and set design, the creatives behind the scenes really gave everything they could to this series, and their love of DC Comics and the Batman mythos did not go unnoticed. While many elements of the show were fresh new takes on the lore we are used to, weaving the complex narrative of the Knights versus the Court, the team also made sure to not forget its source material and really lean into the comic book nature of the genre. As always, spoilers for the entirety of Gotham Knights, but with that out of the way, let's take down the Court of Owls once and for all and get right into this finale breakdown. The finale picks up right where the penultimate episode left off, with Rebecca March sending her fleet of Talons out for the Knights' heads as the team was paraded into GCPD lockup. Kicking things off, we get a great interrogation scene with each of our knights, as they are placed with not only Dr. Meridian, but Commissioner Soto, pleading with them to take the threat of the court seriously. Rebecca March is the true voice of the court and has been for centuries. She is the reason the Knights have been framed for not only Bruce's murder, but now the brutal killing of all of the members of the court as well. But as the team continues to unravel the truth at the GCPD, that is where we get an awesome shot of the Talons stalking their prey up on a rooftop, ready to strike. Checking in at Wayne Tower, Rebecca has Harvey held hostage, where she tries to persuade him of the benefits of a life fueled by Electrum at her side. Obviously, Harvey wasn't having any of that, and Rebecca came prepared for that answer as she presents an ultimatum. Bring out the other guy or Harvey's daughter dies, as Rebecca reveals that she has also captured Duella. She will give out the disarm code for the bomb once the real Harvey is revealed, foreshadowing the final Two-Face transformation. Back at the GCPD, while Turner talks with Commissioner Soto, the subject of his parents' murder is brought to the surface once again, and we receive some very interesting closure. It doesn't take the world's greatest detective to uncover the truth. Turner's parents were not who he thought they were, as they worked for a man named Henry Ducard, who had tasked them with killing the Batman. A super interesting twist which comes back towards the end of the episode, so I will discuss it a little more in detail once we get there, but all I'll say for now is that this group of assassins sounds a little more like a league. Such a powerful revelation for not just the audience, but Turner as well, finally giving him the answer to a question that has burdened him for years. After interrogation time has concluded, the GCPD and the Knights discover that Rebecca is planning something that involves bombs planted throughout the city, which brings the commissioner to a tough decision. Risk death and destruction throughout Gotham brought about by Rebecca and her Talons, or trust Turner and the rest of the team. But as the Talons begin their assault on the GCPD, the decision is sort of made for Commissioner Soto because we're the Gotham Knights. Quick intermission from the Talons as we swap back to Harvey and Duella for some nice father-daughter bonding time. Harvey once again apologizes to Duella for not knowing about her and the pain that has caused in her life. He vows to be better and try to be there for her as a father going forward in the most sincere way possible. I just thought this whole back and forth was perfect between the two of them. And by the end of it, Duella realizes that Harvey really does care about her and is willing to give him that second chance to be her father. Back to the GCPD, armed with confiscated bat gadgets and weaponry, the Gotham Knights take a stand against the Talons, defending the station and the officers inside. This was such a great fight scene, and I loved seeing the team really come together and work as a unit to hold off the attack. Everyone really got a moment to shine, and things seemed to be going in the Knights' favor. That is until Carrie's mother was unfortunately caught in the crossfire and stabbed by a Talon. Luckily, she was able to survive the attack, but it also gave us some really nice moments between Carrie and her mother, recognizing that Gotham City needs its Robin. While Brody and Carrie stay behind at the hospital, the rest of the team goes back to the March building to investigate the 13th floor and the bomb inside. On the elevator ride, we got a very nice scene with Turner and Cullen asking Harper and Stephanie if they are a thing now, since it's quite obvious. Nice little moment of levity before jumping back into the chaos of the finale. The Knights discover that Rebecca has planted bombs in each of the Alan Wayne buildings across Gotham, with one mother bomb in Wayne Tower where Duella and Harvey are. Unfortunately, the solution is not as simple as defusing the main bomb to disable the rest. It's actually quite the opposite. After touching base with Duella and Harvey from the bomb's phone, they formulate a rescue plan. In order to save the city, it is decided that they must allow the Wayne Tower bomb to go off while sending a signal to disable the rest scattered through the city. Harvey believes the only solution to stopping Rebecca and the bombs and saving Duella is by unleashing his dark side and letting Two-Face find a way out. This gives us one final emotional back and forth between Duella and her father, where Harvey has to trust her to find a way to bring him back after the dust settles. It was sad having to watch Duella say goodbye to Harvey so soon after finally being on good terms, so much so that she even referred to him as Dad during the swap over to his other half. As always, Misha Collins plays the diabolical switch-up so well, transitioning into that Two-Face persona, exemplifying that dichotomy between the two sides of Harvey Dent. And with this, we swap back over to the team as Turner gives a little pre-rescue pep talk, convincing them to find a way to save both Duella and Gotham. You cannot judge people on where they come from, everyone chooses their own path, just as the Knights have all done throughout the season. And now it's up to them to save the city and keep their family together. While the Knights are on their way to Wayne Tower, Two-Face tries his hand at convincing Duella to turn her back on the rest of the team, but she holds her ground. Once again, showing the complete redemption arc that this character has undergone the entire season, the Duella we met in episode 1 wouldn't hesitate to save herself over the rest of the team, but now after finding her family with the Knights and with Harvey, she won't let Two-Face Cloud City Vader her. However, now that Rebecca has gotten what she wanted, she lets Harvey go, but Two-Face has plans of his own. This is where we get the moment everyone has been waiting for this entire season, a quick fight between Harvey and Rebecca, which leads to her grabbing a random chemical and throwing it right in Harvey's face. This completes the Two-Face transformation, not just mentally, but physically now as well. Cue all of the Harvey, no memes. With the timer ticking down, Rebecca is left with Duella giving a classic villain monologue about why she was the perfect one to frame for all of the court's wrongdoings. That is until Turner and Carrie come to the rescue, taking out the final couple of court henchmen while Brody sneaks up, injecting his mother with the last of the Electrum, overdosing her system and putting an end to her reign of terror over Gotham City. Beautiful reunion between Turner and Duella, also showing the lengths that they have gone to save each other throughout the season. Turner asks about Harvey, which is where we get to see Two-Face finally in action, making quick work of the guard in the elevator. Bro is absolutely brutal. Checking in with Cullen and the GCPD, the area around Wayne Tower is secure and everyone has been evacuated. Harper and Stephanie send the signal that untethers the mother bomb from the rest, meaning once Wayne detonates, the rest will be neutralized. Carrie picks up the last bit of Electrum to save her mother, and now it's a race against the clock and time for the Knights to make their great escape. Getting to the elevator, Turner notices the aftermath of Two-Face's escape, and the blood spatter brings back flashes of the circumstances surrounding Bruce's murder. While it's not explicitly stated, I'm going to take this as Turner piecing together who really killed Bruce Wayne. This all but confirms my theory from day one that Harvey in his Two-Face persona, under the influence of Rebecca and the court, did in fact kill Batman. Another heavy revelation which causes Turner to turn back and recover the last of his father's journals, splitting up from the rest of the team. Everyone makes it out, and as the final minute ticks down, Turner makes a break for it only to be stopped by Rebecca and the Talons on their last leg. Just when all hope seems lost, Turner is rescued by a mysterious group of mercenaries who say asset secured. However, the team has no clue what is going on in there, as they have to watch Wayne Tower come down, seemingly killing Turner in the process. With the city saved and the Gotham Knights credited with the heroic act, the team is still reeling from the loss of one of their own. It was nice to see Cullen and his cop buddy have one final moment of mutual respect for each other, and that leaves the Knights in an allied position with the GCPD. Very interesting to have the entire police force know who the Knights are, and seemingly set up for them to work alongside each other in the future to protect Gotham. While the city may have been saved, there's still no sign of Turner or Harvey for that matter. Wrapping things up on the Two-Face side of the coin, Harvey pays Duella's mom a visit and, in a twisted way, is there to protect his daughter. We get the full Two-Face reveal, prosthetics and all, and I have to say, the whole look is incredible. Super satisfied with the very grounded take on such a classic comic book villain. In true Two-Face fashion, however, Harvey does leave Jane's fate up to chance. Tails you live, heads you don't, flipping that infamous Court of Owls coin. With the result, Harvey smoothly transitions the coin out of the way and shoots Duella's mom, solidifying Harvey's villain arc, laying the groundwork for where he would have gone in a potential second season. Absolutely love the dark, monstrous nature of Two-Face, juxtaposing that shred of humanity, as deep down he might be doing this all to quote-unquote protect his daughter. Closing out things with the Knights, we get an emotional goodbye at the Belfry, setting everyone on their paths post-Court of Owls and name clearing. There's a nice quiet moment of reflection with Duella as she looks at Cullen's Gotham Knights drawing. At first, it seems like the Knights are going to split up and go back to their day-to-day lives at Gotham Academy, but surprisingly, it is Duella who convinces everyone to stay. She gives a great speech about honoring Turner's legacy by continuing to fight and protect the city as the Gotham Knights. Such a perfect way to leave things with Duella stepping into that leadership role, fully completing her redemption arc and the team sticking together as one big crime-fighting Bat family. And now, finally, the episode and the series as a whole wraps up out in this undisclosed mountainous area where we see Turner, surprise surprise, is alive. He finally meets Henry Ducard, the man who not only trained his parents, but Bruce Wayne as well. After his success in taking down the court, Henry takes an interest in Turner, offering to teach him everything he knows while the rest of the world believes he is dead. And that is the last we see of Gotham Knights. Overall, guys, this was easily the best episode of the season, and I couldn't be happier about where we left off. The court has been defeated, the Knights are truly a team and will now be working to defend Gotham. Two-Face has completed his transformation and begun his villain arc, and we've set up what would have been an insane second season. Henry Ducard was the alias used by Liam Neeson's version of Ra's al Ghul during Batman Begins, and I'm pretty sure they were going a very similar route here as well. Turner would have trained with Mr. Henry in Season 2, only for it later to be revealed that he is actually the Demon's Head, Ra's al Ghul, leader of the League of Assassins. This would have been incredible to see play out, all while Duella led the Knights on their vigilante adventure throughout Gotham. Duella also would have been trying to bring her father back to the light side, especially after learning about what Two-Face did to her mother. They set up such a strong Season 2 here, and it's just so unfortunate that we will most likely never get to see it come to fruition. In many ways, this show works as a nice one-season-and-done storyline with an and-the-story-continues type of ending. There's something to be said about tight-knit one-season shows as a special event or limited series, and while I would have loved to have gotten a second season, I'll be forever grateful for the one incredible season we received. I will still be holding out hope that Gotham Knights is saved at some point. Crazier things have certainly happened with long-ended or canceled shows coming back, so it's not impossible, especially if the fans continue to campaign and let the creators and networks know that we still love this show. Gotham City really felt like its own character, and it's so sad to say goodbye and leave not only the city but its residents behind. Co-creator Natalie Abrams said that Gotham Knights was made to bring together a community of people, and that's exactly what the show accomplished. From the incredible cast and crew to us fans that have been talking about the show, reviewing it, pointing out Easter eggs, theorizing, and overall just showing it the love it deserves, Gotham Knights has created such an awesome community. I'm really going to miss this show and everyone involved, so I just wanted to leave things off by saying thank you. Thank you for introducing me to this fresh take on Gotham City and its protectors with the Gotham Knights. But with that said, guys, what did you think of the Gotham Knights series finale? Are you still holding out hope for a Season 2 revival? And what would you have been looking forward to the most in that elusive second season? Just let me know your thoughts on all of this down there in the comments below. But until next time, guys, it's been Tazz, and I'll see you guys in the next video.